falling on the sword, if a long shadow falls across your heart, I'll be right here with you. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark. When the sun goes down and the dreams grow teeth and the beasts come out and cast their long shadows, every time they start, you can reach for me. I'm not afraid of the dark. Out on the hills, the hounds are baying. Out on the moor, the foxes run. To stay alive until the light is faded, then pray for life that seems so long to come. I'm not afraid of the dark. If the stars get scarce and you reach for him, honey, he's not there. It's just a long shadow across your heart. You can reach for me. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark. When the sun goes down and the dreams grow teeth and the beasts come out and cast their long shadows, every time they start, you can reach for me. I'm not afraid of the dark.
I want to thank Iceland. So many things. I was out in Seattle. I just started traveling around and playing shows, and then the volcano erupted, and for a little while it was just kind of interesting, you know. A volcano erupts and you're just naturally, excited. And then I started looking at the word, and I have it written down. I don't remember quite how to pronounce it, but I love the name, and I feel like I really feel bad about not bringing a little piece of paper that tells me how to do that. I think it's great. But, if you're going to erupt, you should have people know your name. It's a lot of work to erupt. And so anyway, I was just sitting there in the airport staring at the wall for a couple of days. I liked it.
He opens his eyes, falls in love at first sight with the girl in the doorway. What beautiful lines, how full of life after thousands of years. What a face to wake up to. He holds back a sigh as she touches his arm. She dusts off the bed where till now he's been sleeping under miles of stone. The dried fig of his heart under scarab and bone starts back to its beating. She carries him home in a beautiful boat. He watches the sea from a porthole in stowage. He can hear all she says as she sits by his bed, and one day his lips answer her in her own language. The days quickly pass, he loves making her laugh. The first time he moves, it's her hair that he touches. She asks, are you cursed? He said, I think that I'm cured. Then he kissed her. Then he talked to the Nile and the girls in bulrushes. Abbreviated version. Over the next 25 years, he searched for her. Many things happened to him. There isn't room on this cassette. New York, the case. He pretends he is dead. People crowd round to see him, but each night she comes round, and the two wander down the halls of the tomb that she calls a museum. Often he stops to rest, then less and less, and it's her that looks tired, staying up asking questions. He learns how to read from the papers that she is writing about him, and he makes corrections. It's his face on her book. More and more come to look families from Iowa, Upper West Siders, and one day it's too much. He decides to get up, and as chaos ensues, he walks outside to find her. She's using a cane, and her face looks too pale, but she's happy to see him. As they walk, he supports her. She asks, "Are you cursed?" But his answer's obscured in a sandstorm of flashbulbs. Rowdy reporters. Such reanimation, the two tour the nation. He gets out of limos, he meets other women. He speaks of her fondly, their nights in the museum. But she's just one more rag now he's dragging behind him. She stops going out, she just lies there in bed, in hotels and whatever towns they are speaking. Then her face starts to set, and her hands start to fold, and one day the dried figure of her heart stops its beat. Long ago on the ship, she asked why pyramids. He said, "Think of them as an immense invitation." She asked, "Are you cursed?" He said, "I think that I'm cured." Then he kissed her and hoped that she'd forget